We're just excited. Leaving tomorrow to go to Houghton, Michigan. League opponent, Michigan Tech. Storied history of hockey there. It's going to be a great road trip for our guys. And we're going to run into a hungry group. Picked at the top of the league in the preseason coaches poll. And they're going to be ready for us. I think, especially after last weekend's result, I think, we'll have their attention, and we're going to need to be ready for them because I see that they have depth. They play hard, and like I said, it's going to be a heck of a tough weekend for our group.
Coach, just kind of overall, I mean, you just kind of get the chance to look back at last weekend. What sort of impressed you the most about just the way you guys played through those 2 games?
I felt like, given the start we had at Denver, now we're playing one of the top teams in the country. They have talent, forwards, D. They can really skate and make plays. And we're coming off a bye week, slow start. We give up 3 goals. But just the resiliency of our group to fight back and make it a game. And then to fall down on a couple other occasions. But again, to have an answer back. And it took us all the way to the very end to tie that game with 21 seconds left in regulation. And then, we pushed in the 3-on-3 play, had opportunities to win it then. And then it's a bonus to get the overtime win. Obviously, the pairwise shuts off at the end of the 3-on-3, but exciting for our guys to get the result in the shootout.
You talk about the little things a lot, Coach, and one of the things that really stood out to me at the end of that game is Ryan Namofsky sliding with the stick and saving a goal from going in as an empty netter. I mean, just those little things, is that sort of representative of kind of what you're getting these guys to really start to hone in on here as the season sort of goes on?
Yeah, and that's it. And Ryan, to see one of your skill guys do that, he's one of the top returning point scorers in the country. And he comes back and makes a defensive play like that. And there's 2 parts to it. He bats the puck away from the scoring opportunity, and then he slides into the net, and he doesn't knock it off its moorings. If it comes off its moorings, now we have a D-zone face-off. Goalie goes back in. We don't know if we have enough time. But just to have the awareness, a complete effort play, and really, a selfless play on one end like that leads to an opportunity at the other for us, with Chase Brandt tipping in Ruika's shot. And all those things matter. And, yeah, the little things that's what our game is. It's a compilation of little things that lead to the result.
How about Josh Kotai on Saturday?
That's Josh. Ever since I've been around him, he's riding a wave that one of the top goaltenders in all of Canada last year at the junior level in Battleford, Saskatchewan. He's a cool cat, and that wasn't an NCHC game against a very good team on the road. He was pretty even keel throughout and definitely made some big saves. He had some run support from our skaters, but he did his part, especially in the third.
How about just the way this team has embraced the opportunity on the penalty kill? You guys gave up one, I know, this weekend, but that's going to happen eventually, and just to see the way that they have performed, shorthanded. What can you sort of say about how they're sort of taking on that ownership?
I think that Taylor Nelson and Brandon Wildung have had them prepared. I think those guys are excited to be on the penalty kill. It means something to them. And there's a mentality there. It takes sacrifice and selflessness in moments and a darn good goalie. And they've answered the bell. I mean, they've given up 1 goal, but the goal they gave up was 5-on-3 on a heck of a shot. An area early on that we've certainly felt is a bright spot for us.
As far as activity on the penalty kill, I mean, what sort of things have you seen from them, just sort of lead to that success?
I think they're on their toes. I think they've tried to close plays quickly, especially early on, to get clears. They don't overextend, so they change, and we can then use our depth. We have about 8 forwards killing, and we have several defensemen. And if they can keep those shifts short on the kill, that can help them to continue to press and attack throughout.
And I guess just your sort of initial thoughts on just going into CCA competition, going to play against teams that you'll eventually be a full member of this league. I mean, Just what are your early thoughts of just getting the opportunity to go against and kind of see how you stack up?
It's great, and that's those are the teams we're going to really need to become familiar with. There's going to be a day when we're playing for league points, and we want to compete with these guys. We feel it's a great spot for us as we get our start. This league we've talked about with the NSIC and the regional rivalries that we already have. It's going to be a great spot. We want to bring value to the league, and I think that's we have to put our best foot forward. We want to have a great first impression as we have our first go around with some of these opponents.
Playing in that environment in particular, I know you have as a player. Did you ever coach there? I mean, what can you sort of take away from playing there?
Both a passionate fan base. There's a history and a tradition there, and it's at a high level, and there's a great atmosphere. It's a tough place to play, but if you embrace it and are excited about it, it is difficult, but if you can begin to embrace that, and that's what mature teams do, it's going to be a heck of a fun challenge for our guys.